Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Today we are doing casting for the characters in Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Being that the film will be coming out in 2000 and never, maybe somewhere 2024, maybe something. They might. Well, let's make their job easier if they were ever going to decide by casting it for them, so they don't have to waste money on, doing loads of auditions for actors. Yeah. So as you'll see at the very start of this video, it was a big thanks to everybody who helped contribute to this video. It made it very easy to do because you guys had some really good suggestions and a big variety of suggestions, which meant I had a lot to work with. So we will be casting Andre, Barnaby Lee, Ben Copper, Bill Weasley, Charlie Weasley, Marula, Penny, Professor Kettleburn, Rakepick, Rowan, Shiny, Tonks, and Chulip. Let's get into it. So the nominated actresses playing Rakepick were Bryce Dallas Howard, Blake Lively, Kate Blanchett, Hayley Atwell, Michelle Fairley, Rosamund Pike, and Scarlett Johansson. I tried to find every picture I could in a red hair. And the winner is, Dumbledore drumroll, Kate Blanchett. This was my personal choice. No, this is what I chose, but somebody else suggested this as well, and totally, because first of all, the hair is all right, like in red, she suits that whole kind of, she's already got the hairstyle, and just something about her face looks most like Rakepick for me. You've got like, Bryce Dallas Howard doesn't really look too much like her. Blake Lively, actually what she look like with red hair, she might actually suit her. Actually, Hayley Atwell, too brunette. Michelle Fairley, she's got Irish accent. This is being that, yeah. For me, I was thinking, wait, she doesn't fit because she's Irish. And I'm like, I just gave her the accent of Scottish, so she doesn't need to be. And Rosamund Pike and Scarlett Johansson's. I'm sorry, but she's too hot. She's too hot for it. Next, we'll be looking at the suggested actresses playing my favorite character that I am in love with. And therefore, it needs to be played by a hot person. Somebody hot. Penny. So, we have Chloe Grace Moretz, Ellie Fanning, Elena Kampouris, Jessica Chastain, Madison Eisman, Olivia Holt, Sabrina Carpenter, and Virginia Gardner. So, this is a very biased selection process, because if you pick anybody from anything related to Marvel, I'm going to be leaning towards it, because Virginia Gardner is from The Runaways and Olivia Holt is from Marvel Cloak and Dagger. But other suggestions do look like they could play Penny. So you may have different choices, and that's cool. Post down in the comment section below. But for me, my selection is going to be... Next we'll have a Dobby drum roll. Virginia Gardner. I'm sorry, she's just so hot. Like, she is so good looking. Yeah, I watched The Runaways. I totally have a crush on her in that. So, Virginia Gardner would have to play Penny. Next up is Chulip, and we have three choices for this one. We have Karen Gillan. We have Kiko Kitagawa. Definitely pronounced that right. And finally, we have Lana Condor. Now, Karen Gillan, like, I have a crush on her because of, like, from Doctor Who, when she plays the assistant in that. But in terms of looks-wise, I don't think she counts. And she's maybe a little bit too old, for that part. So that would leave Kiko and Lana. So the choice that I'm going with is, for this we will have a Draco drumroll. This is going to take me a while to find all these different characters. Appreciate my editing. Will be Kiko Kitagawa. I don't know, I think for me, she just kind of fits that kind of soft, tulipy kind of look. Not like she's soft, but like in that kind of, hello, shiny hunter. The shiny hunter's shiny. I'm kind of glad we haven't seen her that much in year 4, actually. Next to Marula, an interesting part to play. We have a lot of suggestions for this one. So, the options are, we have Dakota Fanning, we have Hayley Kiyoko, we have Joey King, Catherine Langford, Kristen Stewart, Millie Bobby Brown, And finally, Mei Mei Renfrau. Some of these I'm not familiar with. I'm going to go for whatever looks most likely that they could play Marula. Basically, anybody with a smile on their face, though, wouldn't be able to be Marula. I mean, Dakota Fanning actually looks quite, like, dark in that picture. I think Kristen Stewart's a little too old. Millie Bobby Brown. She's too sweet. I know she's, like, 7 in Stranger Things, but, like, she's still too sweet looking. Whereas Marula's just straight up kind of, like, quite dark. And the winner is going back to a Dumbledore drum roll, because just for editing time, it'd be crazy, dude. I'm running out of D's. I mean, there's the Laws Umbridge. Might pull her in a bit later. The winner is I still don't know. I'm gonna go Dakota Fanning. I mean, I wouldn't actually think that she would until I saw this picture, and there's something about it just makes me think Marula. So Dakota Fanning wins. Whoever chooses that, then good choice. And now a big one, possibly my favourite character in the game. It's my favourite character in the game, Professor Kettlebird. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 choices here. We have Billy Connolly, who is Scottish, so that would work. We have Eric Idle, Ewan McGregor, who is also Scottish, John Hamm, who is not Scottish, Nicholas Braun, and very Scottish, Sean Connery. So, the person who, in my opinion, the person who plays, for me, if anybody did play Professor Kettlebird, they would have to be able to have a Scottish accent, because in my head, if I heard anything other than Scottish coming out of Professor Kettlebird, I'd be like, what? Just nah. So, I think for me, that limits it down. And I thought I was certain on this. One of these suggestions is mine, by the way. I'll tell you which one after. And I thought I was really sure after that. But then as I thought about it, one of your suggestions kind of got in my head, and I was like, yeah, you know what? It could work as well. And the winner is, drumroll please, Billy Connolly. That was my suggestion, and that was the only person I had, because I think from the get-go, when I created him as in my accent, he looked so much like Billy Connolly. I think that's where the Scottish accent came from, and he kind of looks like him in real life. I mean, look at those weird kooky glasses. You can imagine him with a peg leg, one arm and an eye patch, fitting very well. Next up we have Barnaby Lee, where we have 5 possible Barnaby Lees. So first off we have Ansel Elgort. Is that how you pronounce his name? The guy in Baby Driver. Next up we have Corey Fogel Manis. We have Dylan Minnette, Gabriel Basso, and finally somebody who triggers pain every time you see his face. It just takes you back to that traumatic episode in Game of Thrones. Richard Madden. Just can't look at him without just red wedding popping into my head. So I can't look at him in any other way. The winner for this one is, let's have a Diggory drum roll, please. And the winner is Gabriel Basso. I just think this guy looks so much like him. Obviously he should look like him, because I've asked you to suggest cast people who look like the people we're trying to cast. So good job on that one. He will be Barnaby Lee in the upcoming film that probably won't ever happen. Next we have a double category where we have Rowan played by the female part and the male part. I don't know how they would do that in the film, how they would make it. I don't know. Maybe Rowan would be twins, and yeah. So the choices are, we have Iona Alexis, we have China Ann McLean, we have Karen Bra. Second name is Bra. What up, Bra? Yeah, he's said that so many times. Roshan Fagan and Shura Ardashlu, who maybe an older Rowan, like a way older Rowan. Like I like her, but she's a really good actor. I've seen her in like 24 was great, and I watched this program called The Expanse recently. She was good in that. But yeah, far too old. So that doesn't leave us much to choose. I'm gonna go for the person who fits most close. So I'm going to only pick male or female, and I'm only going to pick one, whatever is closest to a female or male part for Rowan. Okay, and the winner is, let's have a fleur de liqueur roulement de tambour. It's French for drum roll. And the winner is the Squibbler, of course. And if anybody don't know who this guy is, he's a YouTuber, really great guy. He puts on some great videos on Hogwarts Mystery too, so be sure to check his channel out. I'll put the link for it in the description below. But he looks so much like Rowan. I mean, seriously. So there was no doubt. Congrats from getting the part for Rowan, the Squibbler. Next up, we have Ben Copper, where we only had 2 entries. So not a lot to choose from, but we're going to have Asher Angel and Tom Holland, of course, Peter Parker, the Spider-Man himself. So it's a 50-50 coin flip. I'm going to go with, I don't think Tom Holland, could Tom Holland pull off that Ben Copperish? No, I'm going for the small child kind of look that Ben basically nails, because he looks like a scared small child. So Asher Angel, you win. No drum roll on you though. There's only 2 people who entered. You don't deserve it. Tonks also only has 2 choices. We have Maisie Williams, who I think is a very good choice, and we have Rowan Blanchard, both who look very Tonkish. Like, put some pink hair on there, and they both could pull it off very well. So 50-50. This one's going to be biased again by the fact that, like, I don't know who this Rowan girl is, but a very good choice. She definitely could be Tonks, but I'm going with Maisie Williams because I just feel like personality-wise, she's quite kooky anyway, so I think she could kind of pull off that vibe. So yeah, I'm going Maisie Williams. Next up, we have Andre Egwu, the amazing Brummie from Birmingham who likes to play Quidditch all the time. So the choices for him are Chris O'Neill. Next, we have Keenan Lonsdale. And then finally, we have Tyrell Jackson Williams. 3 good choices, 3 people who could play. 3 good choices, 3 that could play Andre very easily. We're going to have a Dumbledore drum roll for the selection. We're going to have a Dumbledore drum roll for this one. The winner is Keenan Lonsdale. I think this guy looks just like him. I think he's probably biased by the fact that he's got almost the exact haircut, right? Whoever picked this, wait, I didn't even pick the picture. I picked the picture. Maybe I picked the picture that looked most like him. I tried to do that for each one, so it's not biased. Keenan Lonsdale, you look most like him. Well done. Congratulations, you've made it to the cast. Next, we have 2 very difficult characters to cast. Now, Bill Weasley has already been casted, his older self. A younger self, though, not yet been casted. So the question is, can Donald Gleeson still pull off a young Bill? Or would it be the case that the suggested potentials, so people also chose Austin Butler and Richard Madden for choices for Bill Weasley. Richard Madden is the same age, probably about the same age as Donald Gleeson, so no. But put a bit of ginger on Austin Butler, and I think he could pull off a young Bill. But if he's not there, I mean, definitely what was suggested anyway by people was that the Weasleys just be played by the original cast. So I think that would be probably the safest bet. Just try and make them younger. It's probably harder to make people look younger than older. Yeah. We'll see what he looks like when the film comes out. If not, Austin, you're on standby. And then for Charlie Weasley, we have obviously the predicament that Charlie Weasley was played by somebody in the Harry Potter films. However, we only saw him in a very brief picture of him holidaying with his family in Egypt. I don't know if that guy's still about, but he can play him if he wants. But if not, there was only one suggestion for this, and that was Ty Sheridan. This guy who, yeah, just put a bit of ginger on him, and yeah. And then we come to the final, most important choice. The main character. The main event of the film. We have 4 choices. 4 clearly based on very different avatars. Because, hey, Hogwarts Mystery, the main character, doesn't need to be played by a boy, necessarily. So, we can have boys and girls in this category, which we do. Well, boys and girl. So we have Dominic Sherwood, We have Kat McNamara. We have Tom Felton as a suggestion. What? This is like having Draco. First of all, having the person who played Draco Malfoy would present a very big problem if they were ever to meet in the Harry Potter universe. So that would be one big argument against him. This is probably somebody who's a big fan of Tom Felton, wanting him to have a good storyline. But, maybe even on the right track, with the right family, he could have had that life, and maybe this would be the one opportunity to see that. But I'm sorry, you're out because you're Draco. And once again, we have Tom Holland make an appearance. So, for me, it's between a girl and a boy. I feel like Tom Holland would be a very good main character. Good guy, a bit vulnerable. And a final Dobby drum roll. Actually, maybe we'll have a Dobby and Dumbledore drum roll, because they're two actors that, like to go out at the end. The winner is Tom Holland. I feel like Tom Holland would be a very good main character for this. Roundabout, he can play that age, I feel. He's very young looking. I don't actually know how old he is. How old are you, Tom Holland? I'd guess like 23? 22 years old. He, therefore, can be the main character. And with that, we have cast most of the Harry Potter. Look, we cast everybody on this list. We've done a damn good job. Thank you very much for all of your contributions, guys. Let me know if you would have chosen differently and why. Why would you challenge my skillful casting expertise? Because a lot of my choices are biased by my own accents. Maybe. Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it and I've enjoyed seeing all your suggestions and creating a video that's very much community created content, which I really like doing. So thank you very much for your help, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button on this video. If you'd like to keep up to date with all future content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and you'll keep up to date with any notifications about any future videos I'll be doing, so you can take part in that as well. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. See you soon.